What is going on, fight fans? So let's talk about something important regarding ESBC. And what's that important thing? What should we expect now? Let's dive right into it. This is Edward, and you're watching Boxing Fanatico. What's going on, fight fans? So I think that we need to address this topic. What's the next thing that we could expect from ESBC? I mean, to be fair, I do believe that they deserve their little hiatus or whatever they're going to do to sharpen up the game. But I know as fans and as viewers of this, or the people who consume this content and the people who want to know things about ESBC on a weekly basis, monthly basis, I know that you guys are probably thinking to yourself, what should we expect from them and when should we expect it? That's an interesting question, because now that they've given us the Control Scheme trailer, which was the trailer that I think was one of the most anticipated trailer, if not the most anticipated trailer that they've had before they dropped it. Now that they've given us that, what now? What do we expect now from them? I mean, I'm super proud and happy for ESBC and Steel City Interactive, because regardless of a lot of the trolls out there or the super negative people, they have been transparent with us. We have had mainline, streamlined communication with them. But with that being said, they're going to have their own marketing strategy. They're going to have planned rollouts. The specific questions that, people want them to answer, they're not ready to answer just yet. They're going to be ready to answer those questions when they are ready to answer them. There's a certain way you have to do things. If you just let everything out of the bag right now, then closer to release, that hype and that explosion or that anticipation and intensity will be lessened, because we would know the key elements of things of that game, where we don't care to know anything about it anymore. We just really need the release of the game, and then there's no initial or kind of build up leading up to the release date. So yes, we can communicate with them, and no, they don't answer every question we ever ask them, no matter what. But that's par for the course. Every single game company does this. You can't just show all your cards right away. There are structure and marketing plans that have to take place, even though a lot of you guys just want them to kick the norm of video game development and just give us everything we want when we want it. So I think we need to temper ourselves in that respect. And also, we need to be optimistic about the things that we are expecting from them moving forward. We do know that the career mode trailer is lingering and will release one day. We don't know when, and as I said, they deserve their time to relax. They've given us the Control Scheme trailer. We cannot be greedy. And also, they did kind of state that there will be a return to the created character thing that they were doing with created character. So there's that as well. That's kind of lingering there. Of those two things, I'm most interested in the career mode system, especially seeing that whole thing with Arturo Gatti walking around in a gym hub. I think that is fantastic. To go that route where you can just kind of walk around. I think that's awesome. So I'm definitely looking forward to that career mode trailer. So really it's just that we know of. The career mode trailer, a follow-up on the creative character, creative fighter, and the release date. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Of course, they normally give us an update every month. They haven't failed yet. They've been releasing an update every single month. So we're probably gonna still get an update this month. So that's most likely probably 99.999% the next thing that we're gonna receive from them. But also keep in mind, guys, I believe that they are no longer adding things to the game. for a long period of time, they were adding things to the game. We're adding punches, or we're adding more this and more that. In terms of the gameplay, I think they are no longer adding anything additional. This is gameplay. For career mode, I know that they are still working on that. They have a story mode that they are going to implement into the game, as they stated in one of their development updates. So they have the story mode that I'm sure they have to implement, and that has to be like a whole thing where they hire a writer and hire actors and a director, and they do the mocaps and stuff like that. That's a whole different thing that has to be put onto this game. But it is possible that the story mode can come in after release. That is a huge possibility. But I think they're really working right now on the career mode. They're sharpening things up in the gameplay. It's not that exciting to get an update that says we're continuing to sharpen things up. So just keep that in mind. Although they have been very good at giving us these monthly updates, which no other game companies do this. Like, you guys put their feet to the fire all the time, and they've given us basically everything they've said they were going to give us. Yes, albeit sometimes a little bit later than we would expect it, but they still have done it. And they give us monthly updates that it's like it's never done in a pre-alpha stage for other games. We normally don't hear anything. What do we know about Gotham Knights by Warner Brothers Studios? That game, the new Batman game. They said something about it like once, twice, and we've never heard from them, and it's going to be almost a year since we've heard from them. What do we know about Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, the game? We haven't heard anything from them. What about God of War, the new one that's coming out? They show one little thing about Ragnarok, and we've heard zero from them. What about Metroid Prime? Like, if you guys actually put into context how much we've gotten from a pre-alpha game, you wouldn't question that this game is real, is coming out, is on track to release, is doing what it's supposed to do, is showing us where the game actually is. You wouldn't have any qualms about that. But I think the issue is that with anything, whenever someone gives you a little bit of something, you want a little bit more. And when they give you a little bit more, guess what? You want a little bit more. And that's just literally the way this cycle goes when it comes to especially Steel City Interactive. So that's what I'm definitely expecting. The most exciting thing to me, hands down, will be a full release date. If it's going to be an early access release date or just the full release of the game, I don't know. I've given my opinion on why I think it's not going to be early access based on the evidence that I've shown you guys, even how early access is defined as a funding mechanism. If they wanted to do anything with bugs and stuff like that, I don't think they need to go an early access route because they have the funding. I think they could just put out a beta for us to help them squash the bugs and stuff like that and test the servers. I don't think they need to go the route of an early access release. But it's an opinion, just like anybody else can have an opinion that early access will come out. My opinion is that it won't come out. And obviously, even if people talk to devs, it doesn't necessarily mean that the devs are going to tell them anything regarding a release or not having a release. They're just gonna literally give you a non-answer answer, because I speak to the devs as well. They're gonna give you non-answer answers. They're not gonna actually tell you, what's going to happen. We have to make that decision for ourselves. Even if they don't want us to speculate, it is human nature to try to speculate what's going to happen. And using the evidence that we have in front of us, the breadcrumbs, I personally, as an opinion, not an objective fact, a subjective opinion, don't think that the game will be releasing in early access, simply because it doesn't make sense at this point with all the funding that they acquired since. But hopefully we get a release date. If it's for early access or if it's for a full release, doesn't matter. If we get a release date, that would be fantastic. And that is literally the thing that I'm most anticipating over everything else. So that's what we should be expecting. Quick wrap up. It is the career mode trailer, which I think will most likely be next. It is the an update, I believe, on the creator fighter, which is a possibility. I think that one is tentative, not 100% sure on that, but they did discuss this. And it is the release date of the game. I think those are the three next big things that we can expect from Steel City Interactive and Esports Boxing Club. What do you guys think in the comment section? What are you most excited for? Is it the release date? Is it the career mode trailer? You know, is it the create a character update trailer? Let me know in the comment section below. I definitely want to hear what you're most anticipating. I'm honestly, I could chill right now. I'm good because the Control Scheme trailer was my most anticipated trailer and it lived up to all of the hype. I thought it was a fantastic trailer that displayed an awesome blocking system. So that's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next one. This is Edward from Boxing Fanatico, and I'm out.